Hello, my dear children. A warm good morning to all. In the previous class, we learned about soil and soil erosion, isn't it? What is meant by soil erosion? The process of carrying away of soil by the action of water or wind. This is known as soil erosion, isn't it? And we learned which are the agents responsible for soil erosion. Which are the agents? Yes, they are water, wind, and human beings. These are the agents that cause soil erosion. And we know the importance of soil for the living beings, isn't it? To form a handful of soil, it took thousands of years, right? So, it is very important to protect this natural resources, isn't it? So, to preserve the soil, we can do various things. Okay, so in today's class, we are going to study about soil conservation. What is meant by soil conservation? The protection of soil against erosion. It is called soil conservation. Okay, so let's see how can we conserve this soil. We cannot stop natural forces like wind and water from causing soil erosion, but we can control the actions of these agents of erosion. This can be done in a number of ways. Okay, first let's see what can we do on flat open grounds. After harvesting and before harvesting the next crop, the fields lie bare, isn't it? After we harvest and before we harvest the crop, the fields are free. At this time, when the wind blows, the wind can easily carry the topsoil, isn't it? So, in order to prevent the soil from getting blown away, farmers can grow cover crops like grass and creepers on the ground. Okay, the roots of these cover crops hold the soil particles together and prevent them from being blown away. Then along the boundaries of the field, they can grow trees and bushes. These can act as shield against strong winds. Okay, so what we can do to prevent soil erosion on flat and open grounds? Before and after harvesting the crops, we can grow cover crops like grass and creepers. What will these cover crops do? The roots of these cover crops will hold the soil together and prevent them being blown away. Then along the boundaries, we can grow trees and bushes. These also act as a shield against strong winds. Then next is on hill slope. On hill slopes, how can we prevent the soil erosion? Cutting the slopes of hill into steps or terraces can reduce the soil erosion. Okay, so when we cut the hill slopes into steps, it will slow down the flow of water, right? If it is slope, the water can easily flow, but if we cut into steps, it is difficult to the water to flow compared to that of the slope, isn't it? So, when the flow of the water is reduced, then the amount of soil that carried by the water also reduces. Okay, so this is the way to prevent soil erosion on hill slopes by cutting the slopes into steps or terraces. Then another method to prevent soil erosion is afforestation. Afforestation means growing of trees. This is also an effective method to prevent the soil erosion. If we plant more and more trees along the slopes of the hills, the roots of these trees will act as a shield and protect or prevent the soil erosion. Okay, this is the thing that we can do on hill slopes to prevent the soil erosion. Next is on fields near river. we know that during monsoon season the rivers will overflow and flood the fields, right? Then to prevent the floods, embankments along river banks can be built. These embankments will hold the water between the banks and prevent soil erosion. Okay, this is the method to prevent fields near rivers from soil erosion. So we learned how can we prevent the soil erosion, or how can we conserve the soil in three different areas. One is on flat and open grounds, another is on hill slope, next one is on fields near river. On flat open grounds, after and before harvesting crops, we can grow cover crops such as grass and creepers, and along the boundaries of the field we can plant trees and bushes. Then on hill slopes we can cut the slope into steps or terraces, and also we can grow trees or afforestation. Next, on the fields near rivers we can build embankments along the banks of the river. Okay, these are the methods that we can prevent the soil erosion. Okay, or these are the methods by which we can conserve the soil.